everyone, welcome to the Weekly Dirt. I'm Chris Denison, joined by Adam Booth, and we are talking about the Monster Energy Supercross Series. Houston this weekend, we had a very chaotic race. Justin Barcia, probably the biggest story. They didn't really show it on TV, but our man on the ground, he said there was some drama. What happened?
He was leading the race, just about to finish, and he passed Lance Vincent over a jump, and they kind of got tangled up. It's a racing thing, not a big deal, but Barcia kind of fell over, and that gave Roczen time to pass him right before the finish, and then Barcia exploded, passed the finish line, roosted Roczen, went back over. The Asterix Medical Crew was working on Vincent, who's hurt from the crash, and he decides just to scream at him and burn some donuts and spray everybody involved with a roost, including the medical crew, which is super uncalled for, super baby-like. You know, it's just a full fit of rage and not cool.
Yeah, incredibly unprofessional. And actually, word is, you know, they don't show it on TV, but the entire Geico Honda team kind of mobbed Barcia after just to get him under control. The kid's throwing his helmet and all that. And I'm a Barcia fan, but you have to show more poise than that. You're a professional racer, and you know, I think the AMA would agree with me. It's kind of uncalled for.
Yeah, they fined him $5 grand for his actions, which I think they could have fined him more. It's putting some people in danger.
Right, but good for Roczen getting a win, and also we had more sparks flying in the 450 class. Unfortunately, Kevin Windham went down, which adds to like this growing list of 450 riders who have been injured this year. He's got a possible broken wrist, dislocated shoulder, injured thumb, injured hip. So what is going on with all the crashes?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, Windham got pretty badly hurt on that crash. He was chasing Stewart in a heat race. And you know, Stewart crashed again this weekend, which isn't surprising at all. Acted like he was hurt, threw his helmet, kind of walked off the track, and the rumor is between JGR and Stewart, things aren't well. You know, they're not happy with him, and the comments coming from their camp is like, you know, was he hurt? Well, he walked off the track. He wasn't that hurt. So he didn't even make an effort to come to last chance qualifier. He really, it seems like we've seen him come back from some horrible crashes and still finish races, and he kind of seems like he's given up, and I'd be surprised if you see him for the outdoors. I think he'll find excuses not to race nationals again.
And on the lighter side, Ryan Villopoto took home the 450 championship. Not a big surprise, but it's huge news for him. He's the 5th rider ever to win back-to-back Supercross championships in the 450 class. Really, what does that mean?
It's going to put him in the legacy of greats. You know, you got Ricky Carmichael, you got Jeremy McGrath, you got names that people remember 10 years after their last championship and are great ambassadors for the sport. And Villopoto is well on his way to matching maybe some of those records or beating some of those records. He's got years ahead of him, and he does amazing things on a dirt bike, and he's going to continue to do that.
Right, and not to take anything away from him. I mean, a lot of guys crashed this year, but he was hauling the entire time. He's obviously a very talented rider, but I think what pushes Villopoto up to that next level is his work ethic and really his poise on the track. I mean, we saw him get bad starts. Obviously, he can come back from an injury. You know, what in your mind is the defining characteristic that really made him the guy to beat and just so utterly dominant this year?
You know, there's guys who win championships and there's guys who win races. And the guys who win races, they're great for maybe 1 or 2 and they can't keep it together, or they act out on the track, or they do just dumb stuff. And then there's championship winners, and Villopoto is one of those guys who has the big picture. Everything's perfect for him, and he works hard.
Right, so thinking big picture, there's 4 rounds remaining in the series. Looking at outdoors, what's your strategy if you're Ryan Villopoto? I mean, do you just party and put on a show the rest of the year, or is he buckling down, getting ready for the Nationals?
He's probably already testing a national bike and getting ready and training and rethinking his whole schedule and ready for it. I mean, that guy doesn't rest. He's not going to take any breaks. He just wants to win championships, and he's going to do it.
Yeah, well, good news for everybody else. There is a break this weekend. For Easter, there will be no Supercross, so we're coming back in New Orleans. In the meantime, you can check out supercrossonline.com, dirtrider.com, motocross.com, pretty much anything.com. Read about dirt bikes. It's a good thing, right, Boothy?
Right.
Okay, we'll see you next time.